Hello, this is Tim Talks About Everything. And today I'm going to do a review, or maybe a better way of putting it would be I'm going to tell you what I've learned about this product, Jim's Birdacious, that's a new word, bark butter. All right, I got some of this last year, tried it out, didn't have a whole lot of success. I mean, a little bit of success. The bits that you can buy and just put in a feeder, they work a lot better, at least in the way that I was using it last year. The end of the year came, I decided, okay, that didn't work out so well. Maybe I'll just, over the summer, maybe I'll just stick this in the freezer and try it again next winter. So that's what I did. I got it out this winter and I changed things up a little bit. And I'll show you what I did. Because for me, what happened was everything improved when I decided to use a different feeder. All right, Jim's Birdacious Bark Butter. This is the original recipe. And it has calcium, which actually birds need. What I do is I just crumple up eggshells and throw them out, and the birds seem to like that. But let's get started here. I bought a container of this more than a year ago. Tried it a little bit here and there. I wasn't very happy with the results. It didn't seem like the birds could find it, and didn't seem like the birds were that interested in it. Sometimes it would fall on the ground and just, I suppose something found it there. But this little job came to me after both my parents passed away. They were using it for some kind of a bird feeder. I drilled a hole in it, put the wire on it, and I got the idea of putting this product, this Birdacious butter, on here. And I don't know what it is about this, but the birds go crazy about it. So, you know, what I do is I just spread it on here, and it seems like because of the deeper grooves in the bark, as opposed to the other things that I was using, it seems like the birds go after it. And maybe it's a little bit more natural looking than the other things that I was using. That could be part of it as well. But I just slather this on, and it's not unusual to see a dozen birds on this, clinging onto the sides. Some real Klingons for sure. Clinging onto the side and eating it. Some of them will sit up here and eat it. Some of them will sit right here and eat it. It's a lot of fun to watch them. And they flutter around, and of course there's always the pecking order that you get with birds, and when certain birds show up, like a flicker or any kind of woodpecker really, a lot of times the other birds will scatter. They seem to rule the roost, so to speak. But there are a lot of birds. Now I've seen quite a few different species that have latched onto this, and I get a kick out of it. I still put the butter other places, and I think that's good. You know, the other thing is I bring this in and I let this warm up a little bit. I keep it in the garage where it's cold, but I let this warm up a little bit so it slathers on a little bit easier. And then I put it on this cardboard, so that way I'm not making a mess, and I'm also able to pick up these little pieces and apply them. So I'd rather do it like this than outside, for example. But I think Jim's got a great product here. And of course, Wild Birds Unlimited, that's, if you've watched any of my videos, you know that's my go-to place. And they're not paying me anything for this. I doubt if those people at my local Birds Unlimited place have ever watched a video of mine. But always very friendly, very helpful, and they're the ones that introduced me to this, actually. And what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to attract a pileated. So with this big hole here, that looks kind of like the hole that a pileated woodpecker would make. And so with this kind of a natural look and with the heavy bark and a place for the birds to become a Klingon, then I'm hoping that not only will I attract the birds that I usually have at the feeder, but I'll actually expand into attracting more. So I just put it all over the place, all over this thing. And what I've found is that I can put this on there, and I mean, the birds will swarm it, and a couple of days later it's all gone. And yeah, I just kind of put it out whenever I feel like it. I'm not a slave to the birds. And in the wild, you know, you have let's say a bush has some berries on it. Well, eventually those berries are gone, so it's not like you can't ever let a bird feeder go empty. You know, I do the best I can, but I'm not a slave to this either. But it's a lot of fun, and the birds really like it. I think it's a great product. So I will continue to use this and hopefully achieve my goal of attracting more woodpeckers. I really love it when the flickers come, when the downy woodpeckers come, when the red-bellied woodpeckers come, the red-headed woodpeckers come, but that pileated is something I haven't seen in my yard. Maybe it's not a wild enough yard. I mean, I do just live in a regular suburb, so that could be the problem. But I'll keep trying, and in the meantime, if you can find a log with some nice bark, it might be the way to go. Just drill a hole, get some wire, put it up in the tree, you're good to go. All right, I'm ready to hang this thing. So let's take a little walk, and I'll hang it up, and then I'll hook up the GoPro outside and watch the birds come. See what happens. Okay. Got Chickadee warning everybody that the guy is coming. The guy is coming. He's got food. I'm going to tell you what I've learned about Bert's gems. Man, I thought it was Bert's.